Guys, finally he sleeps here. Today we're going to put together a top 5 list for new players in Raid. It's kind of a top beginner's guide for anybody that's just starting out. We're going to get right into it. Number 1, starting champs. Choose Kale and a starting champion through a promo code. So the way this works is you get to pick one of 4 champions when you begin the game. Kale is by far the best choice, but then you can also use one promo code that grants new players one specific champion to use. There is a big list. This is the current list of free champions based in the order of what I like the most. Supreme 6 for Supreme Gaelic is what I've used. Alice the Wonder, Sun Wukong, and Rector Drath are all spectacular choices to use, but there is a full list here to choose from. For me, I went with Supreme Gaelic on this new account because he does bring a ton to what you're using in the game. So let's take a look at him first. So this is a brand new account. This is Supreme Gaelic, which has used the promo code to build him. He does bring a lot with his different skills. A1, one enemy 2 times. Each has 10% chance of inflicting a critical hit. 40% chance of increasing the duration of any HP burn. You know HP burn is going to come into play for some of the dungeons and dungeon bosses. He has a 4-time at random hit on his A2. Again, it all has a 75% chance of instantly activating any HP burn, debuffs on each target, and decreasing the duration of those HP burn debuffs by 1 turn. Moving on, his A3 is an AoE HP burn that also brings block buffs, debuffs for 2 turns. This is, in my opinion, currently here, spring of 2025, the best free starting champion you can get. Supreme Gaelic, and his code is Supreme6. Okay, tip number 2. I'm in my new free-to-play account here again. We're going to look at this. The next tip is about what to do in what order. What is the most important priorities when you first start out on a new account? And in my opinion, the best thing you can do is to focus on campaign first. Start at the beginning, work on your campaign, look for 3 stars in everything as you work through. Then you want to also focus on missions here on the main tab. These are the second most important thing you can do throughout the game. And third is challenges. Pay attention to these challenges third. Now you also have like daily quests and stuff you can do, which you need to do each and every day. But what you will miss out on is if you start focusing on things that are not in that order of importance. Campaign, missions, challenges. Challenges, if you go ahead and start to jump forward in the challenges, you'll have to come back and do them multiple times because you will miss out on missions that require them. So if you let the challenges go until you complete them in order as you're focusing on missions, it will save you a lot of energy in the long run, because the things that you're getting out of these in the beginning are just some tomes and there's 100 gems. You'll get that as you work through your arena battles and stuff. But the rewards that you're getting here for the challenges are not near as important as the progress you get focusing on missions. And another thing to remember is in the very beginning of the game, all of your potion dungeons are unlocked. So if you can focus on the missions through Arbiter as fast as possible, you don't have to wait on the potion dungeons to cycle back through. If you can get far enough ahead quick enough. So focus on the Arbiter missions first, then worry about the challenges. There are a lot of times you'll come in through here in the very beginning on these missions, and you'll have to do campaign runs over and over and over again, and you'll earn the rewards for the challenges while you're doing the missions. So the first thing you check every single day is where you're at in the missions, and that should be your focus. Now, beyond missions and campaign and challenges, you're going to want to work on building your first champion to level 60. In the beginning, you're going to use Kale as your starter champion. You're going to get him at 3 stars and put everything that you have into him to get him to level 60. You will use all of your tomes, all of your resources, your best gear, and everything on him to get him there. Once he is at level 60, he will become your farming champ. Now you can either, if you've got Supreme Gallic, you can put some of your resources into him as well, or instead of Kale, but those are the first two that you will focus on. And the idea is to get one of them to 60 as soon as you possibly can. Then he will help build through the rest of the game. Don't waste time taking multiple champs to level 40 or 50 or whatever, unless you're just farming them as you're building your main farming champion, one or two, to level 60. Ignore wasting resources on faction wars and other avenues of the game until you have at least one champion that you can farm at level 60. Tip number 3, gearing basics. The couple of things that I want to point out are percentage stats are more important than flat stats because you get a greater number out of it. So what we're taking a look at is like right here, the chest plate that I have on this Supreme Gallic is an HP percentage. There are also chest plates that are flat stats, such as this life chest plate, which gives out flat stat HP 260, which gives you a flat number. It is 260 added to your total HP, whereas 33% is 33% of your base increased. It is always better to worry about HP percentage stats, not just HP, but all stats. Percentage are more important than flat stats. Avoid training anything until you're required to for missions. That is another big important thing. Don't just go willy-nilly start throwing resources and coins into different gear that you have on these main champions. Avoid it until you're required to for missions. The two gear that I would say you focus on in the very early beginning is lifesteal and speed. Those two will give you the most benefit for the resources that you're using towards them in the very beginning part of the game. For gauntlets, you're going to want to stick with crit rate for your gauntlets. Eventually you'll move to crit damage for gauntlets once you start getting some 2-time and 3-time crit rolls for different top shelf gear, which I'm talking about is the stuff there in the top row, your weapon, your helmet, and your shield. Once you start getting some 2 and 3 roll crit rate, then you can swap out the crit rate gauntlets for crit damage because you'll have your numbers for crit rate somewhere else. Now for the chest plate, I would focus on HP percentage or defense percentage in the very beginning, preferably defense percentage. Where do I have here on Kale in this brand new account? I have attack percentage. It's only because I haven't pulled a defense percentage yet. Possibly accuracy depending upon the champ. So for Supreme Gallic, I would say an accuracy would do him well because he's laying down all those HP burns. And then as far as boots go, speed. The only thing you want on your boots in the very beginning of the game is speed. Always focus on speed. Again, set up your farming champion, which for this account, which is brand new, will be Kale. Put him in lifesteal and speed as quick as you possibly can. Get his crit rate to 100. And by that, like right now, his crit rate is 70. He's got a 70% crit rate, so I need to push him until his crit rate is at least 100. You want his defense as high as you possibly can. Get his percentage stats everywhere it's possible. Accuracy when necessary. For Kale, accuracy is great because he does lay down some poisons. And you want, once his crit rate is over 100, you want his crit damage as high as you can. Then focus on speed. You need him as fast as you possibly can. And again, fill him out with HP percentage stats over flat stats. And that can become your farmer. We'll take a look at my Kale on my main account. This was my original campaign farmer on my main account. This is years old. Crit rate at 117. Crit damage at 143. He's got his speed at about 221. Now, I don't use him anymore for anything other than like some specific builds, but that gives you an idea of what you're looking for to try to get out of that initial stage farmer. You need at least 100% crit rate. You want your crit damage at about 125 or higher in the very beginning of the game, and you can do that easily through lifesteal, which I still have lifesteal on him here. Now a message from our newest sponsor, APTOIDE. Here's your chance for a secret promo code in Raid. To get started, use my link to download Aptoide on your PC or Android device and install or update Raid Shadow Legends. For a limited time right now, this will also earn you bonus resources inside the game. What is Aptoide? That's easy. Aptoide is an alternative Android app store that is partnered with Raid to give you more for your hard-earned cash. Next, you'll need to install the APTOIDE Wallet, which is 100% fast and safe. Before you make a purchase, use my promo code SLEEP to receive an extra bonus of up to 25% in all your purchases in Raid. It's that easy. A tip number 4, don't waste resources. If you plan on playing for a long time, gems become very important. So I would use your gems in the following order. Number 1, you're going to want to unlock the gem mine. That is the most important thing first. It costs 500 gems to unlock it, but then I would go ahead and upgrade it completely. It sounds like a lot of gems to pump into the game in the very beginning, but if you're going to play for a while, the gems that you put into the gem mine will come back to you. It will pay for itself in 3 months. And then from that point forward, it becomes gem profit. So if you're in the game for years, like many of us who have accounts that are 3-4 years old, it will definitely pay for itself. It takes 3 months to recover the gems that you put into building it and maxing it, and then beyond that, it's all great. After that, you're going to want to focus on opening all of the slots in the market. Here, the market, you use every other one. It's staggering between coins and gems. You're going to want to fill that out as fast as you can so that you have all slots open. And then after that, you're going to save your gems to be used for energy in fusion events, major events in the game. Anything that you have to do, different tournaments and events that you need, you will use a lot of energy for that, and gems is where you can get that from. And then after that, 800 gems at a time will be used to complete masteries on your current clan boss champs once each of them hit level 60. I wouldn't waste 800 gems on a champ until he is at level 60. You'll start with your Kale and then your free champ, Supreme Gallic on this account per se, and then whatever you end up with to max out that initial clan boss set. Next up, don't use your brews on anything other than 5-star and 6-star champions, and you're only going to want to use the barrels on level 6-star champions to take them to 60. You end up with a barrel in the very beginning as you do some things through a new account. You're going to want to use that once you take your first champion to 6 stars. Use your brew to take him immediately to level 60, and then that's the only thing you want to do. Don't build any free champs that you pull from campaign. You do want to collect 5 rare elves here for faction guardians. If you pay attention to the dark elves, the rare side of dark elves, you want to throw 10 here into the bottom because it will add HP percentage, attack percentage, accuracy, resistance, defense, and speed to your Kale farmer. So you're going to want to grab those. They can be found in Dunham Forest in the campaign, as well as through your mystery shards when you use them. Now for tomes, these are the books that you earn throughout your different accomplishments in the game. You can earn them from different events, and they're throughout the different game you'll see those. And what those are used for is upgrading your skills. You only want to use the tomes when missions require them. If a mission doesn't tell you to use tomes, don't use them. Don't waste them on the challenges either until the missions tell you to. You can also use them during clan versus clans when there is personal rewards, but otherwise hold on to them because that's when they give you the best benefit, is through missions and through clan versus clans with personal rewards. There's a lot of points for your tomes. Never use a higher ranked tome for a lower ranked champion. So you would never want to put an epic tome into Kale because he is a rare champ. You only want to use the legendary tomes for legendary champions. even with mythical tomes, you don't want to waste them on legendary champions because eventually you will end up with some mythicals. Don't waste tomes on anyone that will not be used in your clan boss team. Until you have a full clan boss team, don't max out skills on anyone else because you need to use all those tomes where they're going to benefit you the most, and you will get the most benefit daily through your clan boss and the rewards that they give you each day. Now, for shards, you have ancient shards and mystery shards that will pop up quite a bit. You'll get void shards throughout. You only want to use ancient shards or higher for fusions, and you only want to use those shards once you hit level 45 at a minimum, a bare minimum. If you can hold your shards until level 45, it will do you the most bang when those fusions begin. Only use them for the 2 events that run during fusions, which are Champion Chase and Summon Rush. You want to avoid things like what we have right now, which is a progressive chance event, which is only designed to kind of sneak their shards out from under you. The odds of pulling something great during these is pretty low. You want to hold those until you're at level 45 or higher and in the opportunity to earn a fusion legendary. Next up, you only want to build champs that will help in clan boss and or specific dungeons in the very beginning. So as you pull things throughout this game, whether it be free champions or you earn them in the fusion, or when you are pulling shards during the fusion event with Summon Rush or Champion Chase, go to HellHades.com and check the champ ratings on everybody before you waste resources training or building champs that are eventually not going to help your account, regardless of their rarity. In the very beginning, you may pull an epic and think, oh my God, it's an epic, I need to build this champ. Not all epics are great. A lot of the epics suck. Their rarity is only there because they are a little bit more rare. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are great. Some legendaries suck. A lot of epics suck. Number 5, patience. This is the most important component of the game. Jumping ahead or using resources before you have to will haunt you throughout the rest of the game. Great Hall is a perfect example here. In the very beginning, as you start playing Arena and you build your medals up, you're going to be looking at like, I want to just throw some stuff in here because this is going to help me. I want some crit damage on Kale, but you only want to use those resources here to upgrade Great Hall when you are required to for missions. Ignore challenges. Only pay attention to the missions. And it is when it is unlocked and when it is ready. And this is until you complete all of the missions. Because even when you've been playing the game for years and you're working towards your next level, second, third level Romantu and Marius missions, there are many, many times where a new mission will pop up and you look at it and you go, oh my God, why did I waste all of those medals on upgrades in Great Hall when, and inevitably it ends up being that you just did it yesterday and then a new mission pops up and you're like, oh my God, why did I do that? So don't pay attention. Don't waste your Great Hall stuff. Pay attention to the missions that are coming and only use those rewards for missions. Don't waste it when you don't have to. Don't waste energy and resources on events that are not related to a major promo or fusion. Right now we have Summon Rush, Gear Enhancement, and Spider Turn Attack in Classic Arena, but we are not in the middle of a fusion event. There's the 2x2 method, which means 2 weeks for a major promo, and then there is 2 weeks off. Now that major promo is usually whatever fusion champion that we have for the month. So we are in May right now. Next month we will have a fusion champion here in about a week or so. They will release the June fusion champ, and all of the events will go towards that fusion champ. That's when you use all of the resources that you have saved up. So as you go through your daily quests and whatever is available throughout, you will earn these energies. You will want them to sit as much as you possibly can in here. The energies you will use as the promos, the major promos start. The 2x2 method means that you do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. That will make a big difference. I wouldn't worry about that as much in the very beginning until you reach level 45 to 50. But it's all about, you know, patience and waiting when you don't need to. Don't get sucked into things like what we have right now, this progressive chance event. This is only here designed to use your shards and pull away your resources when there isn't a promotion running, so that when the promotion is running and you're looking like, well, I wish I wouldn't have wasted that stuff in these small promos when it doesn't benefit me on a free champion that I'm guaranteed to get as long as I have the resources saved up. Keep your stamina under the minimum in the very beginning so that you can constantly regenerate stamina. If you're below level 45, that it will benefit you more. Don't waste coins on upgrading gear beyond level 8 for 3-star champions. Don't go beyond level 12 for 4-star champions. Don't waste coins upgrading flat stat gauntlets, for example, or flat stat chest plates or boots that are not primarily speed. Boots that are for HP percentage and defense percentage do have places in the game, but in the very beginning, you want all of your boots on your main buildable champions, clan boss champions, to all be set up for speed. You don't want to put any resources into your gear to take it above 12 until missions require you to have level 16 gear. It's better to just save the coins that you have. That's it. Top 5 tips for new beginners. I hope that information helped. If it did, make sure you subscribe here on the Raid Shadow Legends channel. That way you never miss when any of these videos goes live. I'm FinallyHeSleeps. Appreciate you guys hanging out today. As long as you guys keep showing up, I'll keep making videos.
Finally he sleeps, finally he dreams in a